Cheers.
Scotch.
This is Gentlemen of the World. This is a club where we get together and we try Scotch. So going around the room here tonight, I'm Justin.
I'm Chris.
I'm Alex.
I'm Dave.
Andrew.
I'm Evan.
And Vern.
So in a couple weeks, I'm going to be celebrating the 19th anniversary of my 21st birthday.
Okay. Cool.
Got it.
Fantastic.
Wait,
Hold on. Accountant. Do we have an accountant in the room?
Yeah. So for my birthday, my wife is giving me $500 to spend on Scotch.
Whoa.
Wow. For you and your friends?
Your wife?
Yeah.
Yeah, for you and the club. Cool.
So
That's
you
cool
should
that
totally
she's
make her your
donating
wife.
that directly to the club. Yeah, that's
so
really cool.
I'm trying. Like, I mean, I know Scotch a little bit, but like, I mean, like, where do I go with this? Do I go out $500 bottle? Do I go $250 bottles? Do I go like like 6 bottles of like $75? Like what would you do?
Fireball.
Put it all in the fireball.
As much
And
Scotch
Dogecoin.
as you
Full
can
cask
handle.
of Fireball straight from the factory.
They even put
all on
Fireball in
Dogecoin.
They put- I think
How
they
else
put
do they
it.
get that
They
complex?
put it in that orange Home Depot bucket.
Yeah.
Yes.
With the Fireball candies, just a bunch of the Fireball candies in it.
It's just water and Fireball candies.
They will never be our sponsor.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
We don't want them.
I mean, between, at least the places I've gone to, Total Wine and Bevmo, it might be kind of hard to find a Scotch that just costs $500.
Yeah.
But I think you can find a couple of $200 bottles easily just walking into a Total Wine.
How much was Octomore? I forget the price point.
it
Not
changes, but it's like 170
Yeah,
that
so
sounds
I'd grab
right.
like bottle Octomore.
in case having the holster.
Yeah,
Yeah.
ready to go.
Yeah.
I think you could shoot for, with 500, you could shoot for 3 real good bottles.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Because if you,
Yeah.
once you're
Yeah.
north of about, 120, once you get in about 150, that's some pretty good Scotch.
Yeah.
I
think-
mean, you could get a bottle for $500, but get a lot of enjoyment out of you could get some 3
Yeah.
really solid bottles for that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and also think about like how you want to enjoy these bottles.
That's what I was gonna ask,
If
yeah.
it's something you want to share with everybody, then that's different than if it's something you want to have at home.
Yeah, how do
I
you want to
recommend
enjoy your
sharing
Scotch?
it with everybody.
Yeah. Do you want to share it with me
Perhaps
specifically?
on the
I mean,
second
like-
Wednesday of next month.
Yeah, no, I definitely like at least to have like one bottle of like that's something like really special, like break out on special occasions kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then the rest kind of like, what's good to drink and share with people. Cause I imagine some of these bottles will be drinking on the actual birthday.
Right.
Yeah.
I would say get some cheaper bottles too. You
Yeah.
know, to if you're gonna do a big blowout, like have like probably the main bottle, stash it off to the side and start the night with the nicest one, right? The one that you really want. And then have like a second, like a level down. Let's say your nicest bottle is like $200. Then your next level down is like $150, still great. Everybody wants to try it, but then have a couple, depending on, how you want to drink it, but have some like Highland Park Magnus or,
Definitely, yeah.
something like that is really good, but you're not going to feel guilty when people are, have had a couple and they're not sitting there and enjoying it the same way we are.
Yeah.
That they're, we're sitting around the fire or whatever, eating food, and it's more, casual. So, but I feel like you should be looking, I would actually say go for like a $250 to $300 bottle because I've never gotten to that territory.
Me either.
I feel like
Yeah. That's
sort of my cap has been like $200. And after that, I get really scared,
yeah.
Yeah.
but somebody's got to do it. And I think you should do it.
I think you should do it.
Yeah. I think you should get the
Hey, this is on
$300
you.
bottle.
Yeah.
Bite that bullet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then buy a $100 bottle, $150 bottle, and then buy a bottle of Magnus. And that just gets you home.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
Dave, do you have a favorite Scotch or a favorite bottle? Like, I know at home for me, I always like to keep a bottle of my favorite one on tap, basically. As soon as it runs out, I go buy it again. I just keep it around.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite that, like, you got to have it? So if
Yeah.
you don't have it at home now, good chance to get your favorite
Yeah.
on deck.
I mean, to be honest, like of recently, my favorite was that Highland Park Cast Strength.
Yes.
And I do have a bottle. Like I have
Great
like
choice.
that much, like about a eighth of a bottle left,
Could be time for a refill.
and I have a full bottle like ready to go on deck already. So
What about Aberfeldy? No, I'm just kidding.
I don't like Alberfeldy.
How much do you remember how much Highland Park cask strength was?
Yeah, it was 85, like 85.99.
That's a fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That should definitely be part of your 500.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, thank
Lucky
you, very
you,
much.
man.
I know. Like,
That's fantastic.
she told me like she was gonna, spend some money on scotch for me, but she has no idea like what to get. So she was just gonna like, she was actually gonna ask you to like buy the bottle for me. But since you're not gonna be in town, she was like, she told me like a couple days ago, she's like, your limit is $500, and my jaw like.
What would be your like course of action if you were to try and track down a $300? Like you're like, I'm going to go to wherever, buy a $300 bottle of scotch. What would be your course of action? Because I don't even know. That would be scary. I'm sweating right now just with you telling me that. Like,
Amazon? How do you do that? Yeah.
Yeah, Amazon.
No, I mean,
Who do you call?
I felt like I would be going to Total Wine and like looking behind the glass case that they have there.
Glass case.
Yeah.
Glass case. Touch it.
Alternate.
You have to ask someone
name
for
for
assistance.
Exactly.
You've made it. And you have to ask for someone to open it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keys, please.
An armed guard. To
I think you
open
can also
the
go on,
bulletproof glass.
what is it? Whiskey.com or whiskey.
Masters of
That's
Malt.
definitely a website.
I think that's a website.
Whiskey.com.
Whiskey
Can we
advocate,
get the rights to it?
whiskey aficionado, all of the above. But I think I'm pretty sure that they will point you toward
Our website.
the gentleman of the website, gentleman of the world website.
We don't know what to do.
What is the
but we know some guys
ABV on
that
this
do.
on this scotch we're drinking here? No, I'm pretty sure that they will point you towards like local retailers where you can find the specific scotches that are reviewed on the site. I know I've seen that. I just can't remember the specific.com.
Yeah.
I don't know if this would help you, but the way, like when I'm shopping for a bottle for the club, I actually go just to Total Wine's website and I kind of put in a bunch of filters. Like, so I go, okay, it's got to be single malt. It's got to be this. So I kind of filter it down. Then I ultimately filter it by price. And then Total Wine itself, you can sort it by expert ratings or, huge plug to Total Wine, obviously right now, but expert ratings or whatever. And then, so you can actually filter, what they have locally, even by price. You could say, well, don't show me anything that's under, $150 and just see what they have. That's kind of what I do. And then you can kind of browse just that short list of, price points. So that's, kind of what I do. And then you can kind of see it, without sifting through a bunch of other stuff that you don't want. Hey, these are the bottles that are in my price range.
Cool.
Use the internet to your advantage.
Yeah. It's a tool.
The moral of the story is search the internet
Yeah.
to find the
But
answers.
I wanted opinions from you guys too.
And
You gave them to me.
I'm
Wonderful.
gonna fall asleep tonight, like looking at $300, and I've never done it. Right? There's no Google search on my phone. That's like there'll be Google, best scotches under $100 for days. Best scotches under $140. And
Your
then it's
filter is
filter
price,
limit. Yeah,
lowest to highest.
but definitely, 300 is like, oh boy, here we go.
It's a little nerve wracking because
Yeah.
like I would hate to crack open a $300 bottle and be like, this sucks.
Yeah, it's almost like you need to buy two $300 bottles of scotches, right? Which I would counter to your wife and say, we need to bump that up, honey.
Well,
to be honest,
he has said that she doesn't really know
also,
much about scotch, how much it
I mean,
really costs.
I could throw in money too.
exactly.
Honey,
That's what I was
there
going
we
to
go.
say.
You've
He has his
been
own
very
money as
generous,
well.
but 500 is not really going to cut it.
Yeah.
You put a
Thanks,
lot of
babe.
pressure on
But-
one $300 bottle of scotch. If you have two $300 bottles of scotches and a couple bottles of like Magnus and some other
Dave, you should be writing all
$150 and
this.
some
all this
Octomore hanging out.
It's
We're up
being
to a
recorded.
grand. We're up to a grand now, but that's fine. That's totally fine.
Seriously, this gift is now.
It's like when you're bored on a Sunday and you're on your laptop or iPad or whatever, and you're like, "Yeah, this yacht's only 5 million. Yeah, maybe one day, not for today, but this one comes in, this and that. So it's the same thing."
Hot
Right?
tub.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's bookmark that.
Yeah.
Yacht.
Helipad.
Yeah.
We could go with a trusted brand too. I mean, like for me, like if you tell me spend $500, my gut goes with like a Lagavulin Distillers Edition, which is that's kind of like the top for me in my price. It's what, $130, something like that.
Yeah,
Or even an
40,
Octomore is 150, 160, something like that. I don't know where to go from there.
Yeah.
But I mean, personally, if I had the money to spend, I'd more lean towards like a trusted distillery that I know rather than.
I think that's great advice.
Yeah, I
This is
completely agree.
250,
Great
but I've
advice.
never had anything from them. Then you could be risking like, well, this is objectively good, but you could have had something better.
Yeah. Do you want to take a flyer on some distillery you'd never heard of called Aberdeen Valor Vino?
I just find something that looks like
Aberdeen Valor, we love you.
Aberdeen Valor.
just find something that looks like it came from a pirate ship. I'd start there.
No, but I like the idea, the recommendation of going with, I mean, we've had enough Scotch to where it's like, I know if I'm going Highland Park, if I was going to spend $300, I feel like I would go to, the Highland Parks, the Bruichladdachs, the Kilhomans, Lagavulin, Talisker. And I feel like I'm not going to be disappointed. Like you might not find the weird, niches, deep, dark sort of tasting notes of the Scotch world, but you're going to get a really well-made product, I think.
Yeah. You're going to
I feel like that's
be
what
happy with what you get. Yeah.
Like if you show me in the case a Lagavulin that costs $250,
I would buy it.
I know right away. Like if Lagavulin is presenting that at that price, that's going to be a damn good Scotch. I know, that's a trusted source.
What does a $300 Lagavulin taste like?
Oh,
It's got to be so good. Yeah. It's got to be so
nectar of the gods.
Yeah, I
Someday.
think find a few that you really like and look at, the descriptions of those scotches, the tasting notes and all that, and look at the $300 bottles. And are there any that sort of match the tasting notes, the profiles that you like? Even if it's not necessarily I think best option is what you guys are just talking about. Choose a distillery, Option 2 is find something that sounds a lot like what you already like. You could give it a shot.
Option 3, get totally weird.
Fireball.
Fireball Distillery Edition.
Fireball Distillers Edition.
I wonder how many Montucky cold snacks you can get for $500.
Think about it, Dave. Just think about it.
I will.
That's all we're saying. Just think about it.
Or you could just get, a ton of, bargain basement whiskey, bottom of the shelf, and just buy a barrel and
Make your own. Start your own distillery for $500.
I'm sure it'll turn out great.
Yes. Didn't we try that once?
Yeah, I don't want to talk about that.
It turned out great.
Yeah.
Was that the mead we drank earlier?
No, the mead was much better than the whiskey we tried to barrel age.
It was not a good idea.
Also, $500 is a ticket to Scotland.
Ooh.
Just saying.
Oh, wow.
One way, though.
I got to hitchhike back.
You'll figure it
Your
out.
choice. Yeah.
Don't need to come back.
I'll just bring a tent with me.
Yeah, there you go.
You get back, you crawl in, you find a cask that you can crawl into and then just float your way back. Yeah.
Let the tides take me.
Yeah.
So romantic.
Sweet. Well, thank you guys very much.
Yeah.
You're welcome, Dave, for this
Very lucky
priceless information that we gave you.
Wait to be invited to your party.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. If you like what we are doing, please follow or subscribe.
Wherever you enjoy podcasts, whether it's in Ohio or France.
So when we have new episodes released.
And tell your friends.
Find us on Instagram or Facebook.
At Mystery Scotch Tasting.
And leave us a comment.
Always remember to enjoy your scotch responsibly.
And please tell your friends.